Hello, everyone. Before you clicked on this, you saw the headline in the New York Post. God bless the New York Post, okay? That headline, that front page, after the Bibas children were returned and what the Israeli government discovered, and then subsequently discovered about Cherie Bibas, the mother of those two little boys, that Hamas murdered them with their own bare hands, choking them to death, and then bludgeoning the bodies to make it look like they were killed in an airstrike. Animals. I mean, not animals, barbarians. I don't even know. There's no term. Nazis isn't bad enough for them, whatever you want to call them. But here's the problem. All hell hasn't broken loose, and I fear all hell will not break loose. And here's what has disturbed me. A week ago, Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State, stood next to Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem, and he said that Hamas must be eliminated and eradicated, okay? And that they must eliminate Hamas's military capability and also make sure they have no role in governance, and they must be eradicated and eliminated. On Sunday of this Sunday, a week later, on State of the Union, on CNN, God help me, you had the U.S. Special Mideast Envoy, Steve Witkoff, with Jake Tapper. And Witkoff said, well, first of all, Tapper said to him, where is the red line? Is the red line Hamas can't be part of any governance in Gaza? Or is the red line Hamas must not exist, cannot exist? And all of a sudden, eradication doesn't seem to be an issue anymore. I'll tell you exactly what he said. I would say at this point for sure, Hamas can't be part of any governments in Gaza. As to existing, I'd leave that detail to the prime minister. Really? That's a detail? That's a detail? How do you let these scumbags survive? You're going to you think for 1 minute, no matter who is running Gaza, no matter what peacekeeping forces or Arab governments or Arab military, if Hamas is allowed to stay, but no, not governing, you think for 1 minute they're not going to threaten and extort and take over? Are you kidding me? So all of a sudden now, so what about moving to phase 2? Do we expect phase 2 to go forward? Asked Jake Tapper of Mideast Envoy Steve Witkoff. And he says, we do expect it to go forward. We have to get an extension of phase 1, whatever that means. And I'll be going to the region hopefully this week. And hopefully we have a program to begin phase 2 and finish it off and get more hostages released and move forward. What does that mean? Folks, also, and this is more, okay, than a lot of you are bargaining for, but I got to tell you, and I know, if God forbid one of my relatives were held hostage, maybe I'd be singing a different tune. I probably would be singing a different tune. But folks, you keep repeating the same mistake, and the same thing keeps happening over and over. Not only are you negotiating with terrorists, not only are you making them look strong and victorious, not only is the United States now saying, oh, maybe they'll stay, not governance, but maybe they could stay. But you're showing Hamas that all we got to do is take hostages and they'll release Palestinians who have committed acts of horror, terror, murder, so they could do it again. So we'll keep taking hostages. And we know Israel will just keep releasing prisoners, and we will control the narrative. You can't allow this to keep happening. I know all the hostages must be released. I understand that. But for the good of Israel, for the good of the children and the people of Israel going forward, you can't keep giving in to these bastards, or you'll repeat the same thing over and over and over. So I'll end by saying this. Rain all hell down on Hamas for what they have done already. Make sure not one of those scumbags exists when all is said and done. And stop, Israel, stop negotiating and making deals with terrorists who will just repeat their actions over and over again as they have done. And kudos to the New York Post for telling the truth. They always do. I hope they don't mind I put that page one up on the cover of this. Folks, please share this video. Subscribe to this channel. Just hit the button under there. Subscribe to the channel. And until next time, stay safe, everybody.